How's it going, fellas? Today we're taking a look at some of the worst of rich kid TikTok. What we're about to look at is just a perfect example of just a pure lack of self-awareness when it comes to basically anything and basically what you post on the internet. So think of this as kind of, a way for us to sit back, laugh, relax, and also for people who don't know that this is not a thing you do, to learn something today. This is a learning channel, guys. Don't forget to leave a like in the video to claim your free nothing. Subscribe to the channel if you're new, and yeah, let's just start watching these. I have to say, this kid at least gets some points for admitting that, this isn't really his when he said, "Thanks, Dad." The worst of the worst, right? This isn't a good TikTok, right? This is not a good thing to post on the internet, don't get me wrong. But the worst of the worst is when they're like, "Wow, been grinding for the last 18 years, straight out of the uterus. I was grinding 24/7, and this is all that I earned." And it's just like, yeah, about that, buddy. Alright, for me to accurately judge this TikTok, I would really need some context here, because at the end of the day, I don't think anyone should be bullied. It's just not a good thing to do. I mean, there are some occasions. I'm not gonna set things. I don't want to say things I'll regret saying later. Like anything that's like no one ever deserves to be bullied. There's always exceptions. However, I do have a little kernel of wisdom for everyone watching. A little sage truth I've been saving up for you guys, and you're pretty lucky to hear it. If you don't want to be bullied, don't go in driving a $400,000 car that your dad bought you. Just a little piece of advice. I know I should be charging for this advice, man. I should be trying to sell a course, dude.
Wealthy? Rich. Hey, Mom, what does Chef cooking for dinner tonight? Was that tap water? I'm on the golf team. Yeah, we don't really use this. It's only for show.
I will say almost everything in this TikTok, because this is obviously like a parody/satire account. Obviously, everything in this TikTok was spot on, except for the tap water bit. I'm gonna be honest. There are some places, some counties, some states, well, I mean, maybe not states, but there are some locations where you do not want to drink the tap water. Like, sometimes you're better off being thirsty and going without water than drinking the tap water. Like, I've had friends go to, like, certain locations, like, decently nice hotels. They drink the tap water because they just assumed it, and they're in the hospital for 2 weeks. Do not drink the tap water unless you ask. Another pro tip from the Pugs YouTube channel. You guys are blessed today, I know.
Yo, rich boy check.
First off, points for the music selection. That definitely did, touch a heartstring, making me feel harder for me to go in on this guy. I'm going to be honest. The music selection definitely softened me up, and I'm already a bit of a softie already. But the thing is, dude, I'm looking at this house like, look, there's nothing wrong with a nice house. If anything, I would like a nice house eventually at some point in my life. That sounds nice, right? I like a nice house. But at the same time, dude, there's a certain point where you just start loading a house up with, like, random stuff just because it's interesting, just because you want to load your house up with random stuff. And it's no longer a house. It's just a place with a bunch of random stuff that you use once or twice, and then it just sits there. There's a certain, like, hominess feeling that some of these houses just lack. They just entirely lack. And I think this one does not seem like a home. It's too spacious. It's too big. There's too much random junk everywhere. This is not a home, dude. This is just a building with stuff in it that people happen to live in.
Hey, yo, rich boy check.
All right, I don't know what you guys took away from that, but my biggest takeaway was just really a blaring question. Why do you have 7 AirPod cases? Do you really lose them that frequently, dude? Like, there's a certain point, man. Like, why do you need 7 AirPod cases? Did you just buy AirPods at a certain point just to say you have AirPods? And look, AirPods are expensive, dude, but they're like $200 a pop. You're putting those things next to Lamborghini keys. Just save up for another car. You don't have to show me that, oh, you can drop $600 on AirPods. Like, congratulations. Okay? Was that all you bought them for? Was to put them on TikTok? I know you're not wearing 7 pairs of AirPods at the same time, bro. And I'm hoping you don't lose them that often.
Apple, 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 apple,
Apple. Apple. Apple.
apple, apple,
Apple.
apple, apple.
It's actually quite funny because I downloaded a compilation of like rich kid TikTok from like YouTube or whatever, and I'm looking at it now. I haven't pre-watched these beforehand, so I happen to show you a video where someone happens to have like 6 or 7 AirPod cases. I go off for like a minute and a half just saying why. And then it's immediately followed by a video where people have like 30 iPhones, like 15 AirPods, a MacBook Air, a few crumpled Mac devices. I don't understand either. Look, there's a certain point where you don't need more than one phone. And I can see 2 phones, I got 2 phones, one for my respecting women and one for my, job. I get it, bro. Sometimes even 2 phones can make sense, right? But why are there 15 phones on the table, bro? Why are there 15 phones on the table, dude? Like, I can understand it more when people with a lot of money enjoy flexing it on, like, a expensive car. But why drop 15 racks on a bunch of phones? Okay, so I'm going to say the same thing about the other house. This doesn't really look like a house, but here's the thing, dude. This one's kind of cool. I don't think I'd want to live here for an extended period of time, but like if you and the fellas got like an Airbnb or something and just like stayed here, if this was like an Airbnb and like you stayed here for like a weekend or like a week or something, that would be really cool. I would actually quite enjoy this. This one gets the okay from me, but just the okay, nothing more.
I'm thirsty.
You thought you had problems? Wrong. Think again. You thought that you had issues and you thought your life was hard? Wrong, dude. Think again. Sometimes you need to be less selfish and realize that people like this exist. People like this have problems that you will never understand, dude. Fellas, thank you so much for watching. If you have a second of time and really want to help the channel out, consider clicking on one of the 4 videos/playlists you see on screen right now. Just watching another one of my videos or a couple of my videos or binge watching a few videos helps out the channel more than you can even imagine. Subscribe if you're new. Turn on notifications after you are subscribed. If you're already subscribed, that's turn on notifications. Leave a like in the video and just thank you guys so much for watching. Peace.